All right, another pretty good week. I missed out on one tip, sadly, from getting the extra point. That was annoying this week. The first game of the round was actually the Roosters getting over the Knights. And I think if Ponga didn't go down with any injury, we would have been sweet for an 8 out of 8 week. So end up in a good position, obviously, there. 1,482 out of 17,000 people in the Cowboys fans. So I'm in the top sort of, 10% there at least in tipping at the moment, which is great. 15th in my private group, 20th in the open comp there, and second in my family tipping comp, which is the most important one because winner takes all. It's the Vanessa up top by 1, myself there in second at 32, and a couple of the guys here, Mick, Daryl, Brown there, ended up with the full round, which caught them up a little bit, which was frustrating. But good stuff from those guys. And my tips heading into this week, it is the Storm. I think are going to beat the Roosters. The Roosters aren't playing incredibly well at this time, and I think they should have got beat, as I said, by the Knights. And Storm had a really tough tussle against the Dogs, and I think they'll, Bellamy will get right into them after that. They're still finding a way to win, so I do think they'll get the win if they play fairly decent in this one. Has to be like an 8 out of 10. I think they'll get the job done against the Roosters, even away from home. In this one, 77% of people still think that as well. Warriors, I think they'll get the job done against the Dragons. They're playing too well at the moment. They had a nice comeback across the weekend. Dragons were decent, but I do think that the Wars will get them. In this one, they're a very full strength side right now, to be fair. Apart from a couple of their bench guys in Niokore and also Jazz Tavanga. We get to the Eels. I think they're going to put a bit of a score on Dolphins in this one, to be honest with you. I think that they're building into a little bit of form, finding out how to play without Moses, and Dejan Assi did a great job there on the weekend. So Eels at home, I think they're going to get the chocolates. Panthers up against the Tigers. Obviously in this one, you don't have any Cleary, but I think that, yes, Galvin's going to help them out, and Tigers have been playing pretty well against the Panthers in recent history, but I do suggest that Panthers at home will get the job done there. Titans up against the Eagles. Eagles played really, really good in that first half, and if they can bring any of that form into this one, they'll win this matchup. And just knowing how they played against the Dragons a couple of weeks ago, they know that they've got to come out well in the first half. And the Titans obviously played decent against the Raiders the other night, but losing Jaden Campbell as well. There's a few things going against them at the moment, but they're fighting for a win here, which they haven't got yet. The only team in the comp that has not had that win yet. I do think the Eagles get the job done away from home though. Broncos up against the Raiders. Raiders a pretty close game against the Titans. Broncos with a lot of their team back. Still no Reynolds, but I do think that they can get the job done here at home against the Raiders. It'll be a lot closer than I think that it suggests there at $1.40 v $2.90. And then this second last game here, the Dogs versus the Knights. I'm actually going to select the Dogs here at home by 2. It's very, very close, and I do see the Knights coming over the top and winning this one as well. But if they play anything like they did last week, the Dogs, I think they'll give the Knights fits down that right-hand side. And they can really, go a good shot of winning this one. If they can keep the Knights to under 4 tries, then I think they can get the win. That's the toughest tip of the week for me, though. And then Sharkies, I think they'll beat the Cows this week. They're playing really well at the moment, coming first, and the Cowboys just are so leaky defensively. And until they fix that, I won't be picking them against a top sort of 6 team. So that's my tips for the week. These were done on Wednesday. I'm going away tomorrow morning. So thanks for jumping in and checking this out. Let me know how many tips you're on. Obviously 31 for myself in a solid position. At the moment, happy where I'm at. Sorry, 32 for me. Let me know how many tips you're on for the season, if you have tipped 8 out of 8 at all this season. I think this is a good week to do it, and see how we go. Good luck, team. Enjoy the footy.